Hey, I'm Jared, and now I have the brand new 3rd generation AirPods. Yeah, these slightly redesigned, more like the AirPod Pro, but less features than the AirPod Pro, new AirPods are here. So let's go ahead and unbox them and take a look at them. The 3rd generation AirPods are here, and they have that slight design difference to make them look more like the AirPods Pro without the silicone tip, which we'll get to in just a moment. And then you can see there's a new case, which is very similar to the AirPods Pro as well. Now the case is going to be wider and slightly shorter than the original 1st and 2nd generation AirPods, but we'll again look at those in just a moment. They run $179. The case is now MagSafe compatible, so you can use the MagSafe charging puck, and you get more battery life and a couple of other features similar to the AirPods Pro. So let's see what's inside here. All right. I love my regular AirPods. I have my regular AirPods with me all the time in my pocket. I never leave home without them. I'll leave my wallet somewhere before I leave my AirPods somewhere because I use them that much. And in typical Apple fashion, designed by Apple in California, we get a little quick start guide and no stickers. Oh man, no black stickers, of course, like with the new MacBooks. And here we have the new case for the new 3rd generation AirPods. And underneath, we probably have a lightning cable. There we go. So that is a lightning to USB-C cable. Let's see if we can get that open. There we go. USB-C and lightning. Unfortunately, it's not braided. It'd be nice if Apple just stopped shipping these plastic rubbery cables and just started sending the braided cables with everything. I feel like they're more durable and they look better too. All right, so when AirPods first came out, I had a really hard time using them because of their design. I've actually never been able to use the earpods that came with iPhones for years because they always hurt my ears. They just didn't work. So I had to use kind of like those cheaper earbuds with the silicone tips that fit in my ear because I just couldn't get used to the rounded, hard design of the earpods at the time or the AirPods. However, I did finally convince myself to buy a pair of AirPods, and basically through sheer will and force, I was able to get my ears to adjust to using the AirPods, and actually they are pretty comfortable in my ear now. So I'm really curious what the new design is going to feel like in my ear. Let's go ahead and see what's inside here. All right, so again, as you can see that the case is a little bit wider and it's not quite as tall as the older AirPods. And inside, they pop up. Look at that. And I like that snap. It's almost like a little fidget device. But the design is almost the exact same. On the bottom, you have the slot for the lightning connector, and on the back, you have that stainless steel looking band for the hinge, and of course the pairing button. So let's go ahead and get those paired to my iPhone. So we'll just open up the case and wait for the notification. And it should pop up saying, hey, new AirPods. Great. Connect. And there we go. Great, media control. So the new AirPods, besides having a slightly different shape, there's a number of other little features that we'll talk about as well, including buttons now. So you no longer have to tap your ear like you do with 1st and 2nd generation AirPods. It's more like the AirPods Pro, where you basically have this clicky button at the bottom. So we'll try that out too. Set a pace here. I'm gonna say no for now. And announce calls, sure, why not? AirPods 2, great, done. Now just to check comfort real quick, I'm gonna take a 2nd generation AirPod and put it in my left ear. So that's what I'm used to. I can wear those for hours at a time. And now the brand new version that's similar to the AirPods Pro, but no silicone tip. So how's that gonna fit in my ear? And it feels, it feels as secure as the other one does. It doesn't feel super bulbous. It feels like it has a little bit of a tighter fit, so I do think that it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust to that, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels like an AirPod. And this must be good content, just to have some guy shaking his head around, right? All right, so let's try out both AirPods and just see how they sound to begin with. So we'll just hit play on Spotify, and initial thoughts, they sound like AirPods. So let me turn them up a little bit, see if there's any difference there. And I'm pretty sure I can hear a bit better bass response with those new dynamic drivers that Apple has in these new AirPods. You know what? Let me just check the other ones real quick, see if I can tell a difference. So now I have the 2nd generation AirPods in my ears. And yeah, these ones sound a bit more hollow. And maybe that has to do with the fit, because the new AirPods have a wider fit, so it kind of fills in your ear cups or whatever they're called a little bit more than the previous version. So let me pop those back in. Yeah, it definitely feels like a more full sound, more deep in the bass, but also just full in general. That's pretty nice. Part of that is going to be probably the adaptive EQ that Apple brought from the AirPods Pro, which dynamically adjusts the EQ depending on the ear fit of the AirPods. All right, so these new AirPods also have spatial audio built in. So you can turn on spatial audio to either just be fixed, or you can have it move with your head. So like the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max, you can have that surround sound feeling, like it feels like no matter which way you're looking, it's coming from the same direction, or just kind of that surround sound, Dolby Atmos feeling of sound in all directions around you. So that's pretty cool that they bring those to these. Now, you are not getting the noise canceling and the transparency features of the AirPods Pro and the AirPods Max with this third generation AirPods. So if that's something that's really important to you, you should continue to look at the AirPods Pro or Max for that feature. With the third gen AirPods, you now get more battery life as well. You now get up to 6 hours of listening time built into the AirPods themselves, and up to 30 hours total listening time with the battery case. That's a bit of an improvement over the previous generation AirPods, which I think was 5 and 24. And like I said a moment ago, you no longer need to tap the AirPods, which was a little bit annoying on those. And now you have the button, just like with the AirPods Pro. And you just kind of reach up here and you tap or squeeze the stem, and it's kind of a pressure sensitive click. When it's in your ear, you hear a little click or tap. It's kind of like that fake clicking on the Magic Trackpad. But Apple does a pretty good job of tricking you into thinking that this is a button. One button will play or pause or answer a phone call. Pressing twice will skip forward. Pressing 3 times will move a song backwards. Pressing and holding will activate Siri. Other than that, these AirPods are also water and sweat resistant compared to the first and second generation AirPods, which were not. So now you should have no problem running or working out with these, or being outside when it's wet, or if you're just moisture prone in some way, you should be better off with these brand new third generation. I'm pretty surprised that these actually feel pretty good in my ear. I was a bit worried that they would not feel as comfortable versus the previous generation AirPods, and maybe there's a slight difference and it's going to take just a little bit of time to get used to, but I think after a couple of days or a week, I should be just fine. One other thing about the charging case is that it is MagSafe compatible, which means you can connect it to a MagSafe charging puck or some kind of third-party MagSafe-like device. I don't think it will charge any faster, but it's there to help align if that's something that you need. Other than that, what do you guys think? Are you going to pick up some of these brand new third generation AirPods with their new design and a button? Let me know below. If you're interested in the brand new MacBooks with the M1 Pro and the M1 Max processors, I just set up my first unboxing video, so definitely check that out. Hit subscribe for more on those as well, and if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.